Ladies and gentlemen, gamers all across the world, my name is Uncle Rizza, and I'm from Ignorant Gamers, clan, squad, group of YouTubers, whatever you want to call us, and this is Grid Autosport. If I sound excited, it is because I am, and it's been a few months, more like eight or so months since I did the impressions on this, and never got to quite do the review because there was a lot going on. You know, the Xbox thing kicked in and work was crazy, and I just never got back to Grid Autosport more specifically. So I decided to pick up the controller again and, you know, put your hand on your heart because you gotta feel me on this one. My game saves, I deleted them like a dumbass. So I had to start over in my career, which was fine because this game is so much fun. And yeah, you know, so I picked it up again. I'm on the sticks again, and I just can't believe how beautiful this game was. And in my initial impressions, I made mention that it wasn't as polished as something like a Forza 5. And I want to take that back. I don't think I had everything running on Ultra when I was first playing this. Now that I do, this thing looks incredible. I mean, there's no amount of YouTube footage that I can show you versus actually seeing it in person on a monster graphics card. So I'm running a GTX 970. No, I'm sorry. I wish I had a 970. It's a 780 Ti. And this thing is amazing. I mean, I'm running at some godlike frame rate, and everything's butter smooth, and there's so much going on. There's so much detail in this game. And I'm just amazed every time I play it. And you know, I can sit here and rant on about the graphics and the detail in the world. You can see all of that for yourself, you know, confetti falling in the street and all type of crazy shit, and tires tattooing the tarmac. It's all there. But what really impresses me is the gameplay mechanics and the sound. Now, let's talk about the sound first, because I've always been amazed by Grid, and to this day I will defend Grid as the best sounding racing game on the market. Now, Drive Club sounds exceptionally well, but I haven't really had a chance to sit down and listen to Drive Club, you know, in my own environment, and really see how it sounds for myself. So I can't exclude that, but my God, this game sounds so amazing. When you're going from, you know, obviously one of the big V8s like you saw in the beginning with that Corvette. Was that a Corvette? No, that was a Camaro. To something like this 4-banger with this RSX or this Integra. And I just love to beat the shit out of these cars in the RPM range, man. This Teggy sounds so sweet getting up there. And you see the backfire coming out the pipes. It's just amazing, man. Especially when you're in a pack, just like this, to hear, you know, all the clanking and everybody's crashing and bumping each other and engines roaring. It's an amazing feat when you have some headphones on. I can't say enough about it. But yeah, the gameplay, man. Oh my God, I miss this. I really miss this. And things changed, right? Coming from Forza 5 into the Forza Horizon 2 realm. Forza Horizon 2 is definitely the Forza 5 engine at its heart. But when I jump back to Forza 5, you know, it's still so much more difficult to drive. It's still more of a sim. And then I get in something like this, and this fits squarely between Forza Horizon 2 and Forza 5 for me. Especially like what I'm doing now. I'm racing this God knows 450 horsepower car. I have no ABS on, I have no traction control on, none of that. So it really is difficult, and you can feel the road, you can feel the little embanks in the corners. It's so dope, especially when you hit the index well. Well, the apex. I'm sorry, you own an apex at the right RPM, so you don't get any braking traction. It's so satisfying, but it's so difficult to pull off, and I miss it. I miss it. In terms of what it is that could really keep me from playing Grid for the long haul, I want to see upgrade options. You can tune. There's some light tuning in there, but I want to see upgrade. And I want to be able to do the whole painting deal. Pretty much whatever I can do in Forza Horizon to upgrade my car is what I would like to see out of the Grid series. And it would be so dope to see these guys pull that off in the upcoming generation. You know what I mean? In terms of the cars, I've never really complained about the amount of cars that they had, because I felt like they did such a good job, such a diverse and effective selection of cars that you never really notice if your favorite version of a Sylvia isn't in the game. You know what I mean? For me, I think in the JDM group there's no Supra, but I think there's one in the drift setup, which is I always want my Supra there, but whatever, it's not a big deal. I think this game is so dope, and I'm gonna buckle down for the next few weeks. I'm gonna take my time, and I'm gonna play through this game, and I'm gonna put together a review for you guys. And by the time the review touches the streets, I feel like you should be able to get this game on a super bargain. The only problem is, if you're like me on a console and you've already moved on to the newer generation, you're sort of out of luck, because this is a 360 game on PC. You're kind of screwed there. PC gamers, you can probably find it on Steam for silly cheap, and I'll do the research when I do the review, let you know where you can get it, how much it costs. But I think this is one of those games. I don't know. I never knew what Codemaster's cycle was, what their development cycle is, and how soon the new ones will come. I never really paid attention to gauge it, but I would almost say this is one game, one title that would be worthy of a remake for the newer consoles, especially with the Xbox. We got 2 Forzas. We got Forza 6 on the way. Drive Club's on the PlayStation. They could use another racing game for sure. Need for Speed should be later on this year, but why not get another one in there? But it would be nice, but if it's going to take away from them getting together to really knock the next version of Grid out the park, then I digress. I'm just saying. Yeah, it feels good to be back on this shit, man. This is a technical ass game. I'm gonna dive in. I'm gonna attempt to finish the career. The career mode's crazy in this game, and it take you through so many different genres of racing. It's insane. But yeah, it's your boy Uncle Rizzo. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Hit the comments. Let me know if you're still playing this, if you forgot about it, if you like me, you want to get back on it. Hit it up. Subscribe to the channel. You guys know we got tons of content coming. We're always up here doing what we gotta do. And yeah, but just let the video play out, man. It's your boy Uncle Rizzo. I'm out.